Your environment is literally a reflection of your thoughts. What do I mean by that? When I was 16, my room was a disgusting mess. There was things all over the floor. My bed was never made. Like, I literally spent that whole year, I never made my bed a single time. Everything was everywhere. There was no real true organization. I had like toys up on the shelves that weren't even organized, right? Everything was a mess. If you looked at my backpack, it was the same thing. I didn't have any color-coded binders. I had like one binder where I put all of my work in, and I wouldn't even organize that. And so everything was just kind of thrown in there. I had papers like loosely just sitting in my backpack. My pencils didn't have a specific place. Nothing had a place where it belonged. And the same thing can be said for my phone. My phone apps were all disorganized. I just kind of downloaded stuff. I left it on the screen. And literally every single aspect of my life was the exact same. Every single aspect of my life. Nothing was organized. I didn't know where to put anything. So I just put it wherever because I didn't really care at the time. And so this was a direct reflection of my mind at the time, because the same time that I was doing all these things, the same time my room was a mess, the same time that my backpack wasn't organized, the same time that my phone or anything, like nothing was organized, right? It was at that same time when I was playing video games the most, when I was scrolling on TikTok, right? Going through these random thoughts, when I was scrolling on Instagram, going through these random things, when I was eating highly processed foods. I didn't even count how many calories I was eating. I wasn't tracking anything, nothing at that time. And so these things caused me to lose organization, lose track of my goals and the things that I wanted to do with my life. And it was like this that I lived for so long that I was just used to it at this point. I didn't have any direction. I was aimless. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just kind of doing what the program told me to do, which was the safe thing, right? It was like go to school, go to college, get a degree, work a 9 to 5, and shut up and be happy with life. Like, that was it. And apparently I was just totally fine with that. Totally fine with someone telling me how to live my life. And so at the time I got very lucky, especially at that age, when I ran into self-improvement. And so I started getting into organization, productivity, started getting into the gym, working out, tracking calories. And all of that caused me to realize that I was actually a very organized person, someone that really wanted to be organized, someone that wanted everything in their area to be perfect. You can probably tell by the way what you see in the background. Like, this is my room 24/7. Like, my room is always organized in this way, like this table. You can ask my family, bro. Literally, like, I don't change anything besides putting the camera here and putting the light here when I record videos. Like, that's it. Everything else stays like this. It's actually stays better than this, honestly. So the thing is, I found out that I'm actually a very organized person that likes to have like perfect organization on my phone, on these tables, on like my beds are made, the windows are open right now. I have a very specific table for when I'm about to leave, and it's like it's kind of like a table that I keep all my stuff, my wallet, my glasses, the important stuff, the keys for the cars, and I keep it there before I leave to go to work because and all the stuff stays there. Like, everything you see around me stays like this, and I keep it like this. I maintain it like this because it's just, now that I've developed the skill, I realize that it's like I really enjoy when my room and everything else is organized because it just makes me feel professional and it makes me carry myself in a different way. And so here's the thing. Your environment is a direct representation of everything that's happening in your mind. If your mind isn't crystal clear, your environment isn't going to be crystal clear. If your mind is a mess, your environment is going to be a mess. The thing is, we want our minds to be as clear as possible, especially when it comes to our goals, because the thing is, those goals will never come if we don't have clear minds, because we'll always keep getting distracted by different things. We'll keep getting distracted by the evil distractions of social media, Instagram, TikTok, those things that are sucking your life energy out, taking it away from putting it into what's important in your life, whether that's just living life, spending it with family, or working on your purposeful mission, whatever it is. Those things are taking it away, and we need to get back control. And so the first thing that we need to do is go on like dopamine detox, to limit exposure to those things, to limit exposure to the toxic, insidious distractions of the modern day, right? It's the things that are literally taking thousands of years of like human thought. Every single day, thousands of years we're losing to distractions. For example, maybe it doesn't seem too bad when people lose 5-6 hours a day on their phones, right? And the average person loses around 6 hours a day looking at their phone. Now, the thing is, we have like 7 billion people living on this earth. And so 350 million Americans are spending 6 hours a day on their phone. That means that, so 350 million times 6 hours a day is like 1.8 billion, around there, it might be around 2 billion. 1.8 billion hours per day we're losing, bro, per day. Think about that. 1.8 billion hours per day. Okay, after some very rough calculations, that is 205,479 years of human life that we're losing per day in the United States alone, just in the US. 205,000 years, bro. That means that every year in the US alone, we're losing 75 million hours to distractions. 75 million hours. Imagine if we spent 75 million hours living. Imagine if we spent 75 million hours more learning. Imagine if we spent 75 million hours working on our goals. But the thing is, it's a decision we have to make. It's a trade-off. You're either going to sacrifice your goals and your mission and your entire life, or you're going to make sacrifices. You're going to sacrifice the distractions to reach your ultimate goal. And that's a decision that you need to make. And the thing is, I think too many of us are not making the right decision. Too many of us are sacrificing our own lives instead of living purposefully and living off of the distractions. And here's the thing, when you get to the end of your life, are you going to ever say, I wish I spent more time looking at my phone? Are you going to say, I wish I spent more time looking at a screen? Or are you going to say, I wish I spent more time with my family? I wish I spent more time working on that mission that I wanted to complete my entire life that I never did because I was too busy looking at TikTok. Which one are you going to say? Be honest with yourself at the end of your life. This isn't just a problem. This is literally an epidemic that's taking years, the lives of humans away. Imagine the amount of potential we have. We have 75 million years per year of potential we could be using. Imagine if we use those 75 million years on research for cancer. Imagine if we spent those 75 million years on so many other problems that we face as humanity, but we're too busy looking at our phones to even realize. This is an epidemic. This is an issue that needs to be solved, that needs to be changed. Otherwise, we're going to lose humanity in and of itself. And so if you want to start changing and you want to start living today, instead of spending years of your life looking at a phone, scroll down right now, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to start becoming more productive and you want to see what I'm reading, the things that I'm doing, scroll into the description and follow me on Instagram. My name's Justin, and remember, you deserve the consequences of your actions. Start living today.